Test. 1, 2. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th, and welcome to Jersey City, New Jersey for today's New Jersey Athletic Conference baseball game between the 8th and 9th ranked Cougars of Kean University and your Gothic Knights of New Jersey City University in Game 2 of a 2-game home-and-home NJAC series. Today, the Gothic Knights try to recover from yesterday's 14-4 loss at Kean. NJCU 11 and 15 on the year send freshman Kevin DeMauro to the hill for his first career start. The NJAC leader in ERA will have his work cut out for him. The Cougars, for the 13th year in a row, have won 20 games after yesterday's win. Kean is 20-7 overall and 5-2 in the NJAC, coming in a tie for first place in the league. Kean, the two-time defending conference champions and winners of 3 of the last 4 league crowns. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Jersey City, New Jersey for today's game. I'm Ira Thor. On the camera, Margie Alfano, and we'll give you the starting lineup here for Kean, the road team today's game. Leading off and playing DH is number 34, DJ Breckenridge. Nick Romagli plays third base and bats second, with Shane Alvarez in center field batting third. Steve San Giuliano, the shortstop, is the cleanup hitter, followed by Eddie Jennings, the catcher, in the 5 spot. Dylan Laguna is the right fielder, batting 6th. Joe O'Connor bats 7th. He hit a grand slam yesterday. First baseman is Nick Zucchero batting 8th, and Tyler Smorslok, the second baseman, bats 9th. Leading off, DH, DJ Breckenridge. And the first pitch by Kevin DeMauro as a starting pitcher is strike 1. Kevin DeMauro coming in on the year, an impressive rookie campaign so far. He's 2-0, all in relief, a 1.02 ERA. And he's quickly ahead, 0-2. DeMauro has a .210 opposing batting average. This is his 12th appearance, and as we said, his first career start. The 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. The defensive lineman today for the Gothic Knights, Kevin DeMauro, throws to Orlando Bolano. Alex Weinstein's the first baseman. Pete Sanderson's at second, with Juan Cruz getting the nod today at shortstop. Brian Basile at third. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. DeMauro with the strikeout. Third baseman, number 15, Nick Romagli. The left fielder is Andrew Rivera, the NJAC Player of the Week, who won 4 awards this past week. We'll tell you more about those later in the game. Michael Patterson's the center fielder. Matt Wagner, who was 3 for 3 for the Knights yesterday, as that's grounded to Bastille on the first pitch, and throws in time for the second out. And Wagner's in right field. Center fielder, number 1, Shane Alvarez. Alvarez is hitting .352 on the year. He's a past NJAC Player of the Week himself. And that's grounded foul. Alvarez second on the team with the .352 average, only the Jennings, who has a .406. The 0-1 pitch. That's fouled into the screen. And Kevin DeMauro is ahead 0-2. DeMauro, a pitcher many feel will be a candidate for the NJAC Rookie Pitcher of the Year. Curveball's off the plate. He's probably second right now, if you look at the freshman pitchers in the league that are performing. Called strike 3, curveball gets him. Back-to-back strikeouts at the top and bottom of the order with a ground ball sandwich in between. And Kean goes down 1-2-3 in the first inning. In the first inning for the Cougars, no runs, no hits, and nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. And NJCU and Kean, Game 2 of a 2-game series. NJCU's batting order in today's game. Pete Senzen leads off, and he plays second base with Brian Bastillo at third. Batting second, Andrew Rivera, the left fielder, hits third. Alex Weinstein, the cleanup hitter and first baseman. Orlando Bolano hits fifth. Matt Wagner, the right fielder, hits sixth, with Michael Patterson, Rob Roman, and Juan Cruz 7, 8, and 9. Starting pitcher today for the Cougars is senior right-hander Chris Serlincione out of Monroe Township, New Jersey. Serlincione comes in with a 4-1 record. He's tied with three other pitchers, Mike Russo, Ryan Zamorski, and Kevin Herget, for the team lead in wins. Got a 3.55 ERA, though, and a 3.06 opposing batting average, so he's been touched up a little bit, but been backed up by his offense. This is his 7th appearance of the year, 6 starts. He's got 1 complete game, 1 shutout, and in 33 innings, he has 22 strikeouts and 8 walks. Leading off for the Knights, the second baseman, number 15, Pete Senzen. Pete Senzen, the leadoff for the Knights here in the bottom of the first inning, as NJCU and Kean continue the 2-game NJAC series. And a first pitch by Serlincione. Dropping down a bunt is Senzen. Serlincione cannot handle it in time. And Senzen is safe with an infield bunt single. Serlincione didn't handle it very cleanly, but it would have been a tough play regardless. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. So Brian Bastillo with a man at first. There goes Senzen, and that's fouled away, and he'll have to come back as he hits the brakes. Senzen had second base stolen, probably standing at such a big jump. Senzen with that hit, his 15th of the year, brings his batting average up over the 320 mark. That's pretty good considering he really struggled early on in the year as he was recovering from injury to try to get his back going. There goes Senzen again. Again, it's fouled away, and Brian Bastillo trying to protect on a hit and run, fouled off 2 straight pitches, and it's 0-2. Serlincione against Brian Bastillo, one of NJCU's 4 2012 team captains. Ground ball towards short. It could be 2 to flip the second for 1. On to first is in time for the 6-4-3 double play. Senzen was not going that time, and it cost the Knights 2 outs. Left fielder number 1, Andrew Rivera. Andrew Rivera has won every award this week you could win in the country with the exception of 1. He was the NJAC Player of the Week. Then he was named the NJCBA State Player of the Week for Division 2 and 3. First pitch to Rivera. That's grounded towards second. Fielded cleanly by Smorslock, and the inning comes to an end, 1-2-3. To conclude that thought, Rivera also was named to the D3Baseball.com National Team of the Week. It's the first year that D3 Baseball has named the Team of the Week, and Rivera is the first Gothic Knight ever to receive that recognition. And he also was named the ECAC Division 3 Metro Player of the Week. The only award he did not win was the Baseball Writers Association Division 3 National Player of the Week. So at the end of the first inning, no scores. NJCU 1 hit, and they go down in order with a ground ball double play, erasing the lead runner. Leading off, the shortstop, number 22, Steve Sangiuliano. The shortstop, Steve Sangiuliano, will be followed by Eddie Jennings and Dylan Laguna here in the top of the second inning. After fouling off the first pitch, he gets a piece of that one, and it's strike two. Sangiuliano hitting .345 on the year, a senior out of Flemington, New Jersey, Hunterdon Central High School. Swing and a foul tip as he flips the ball back to home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo. The field umpire today is Joe Batitia. And the 0-2 pitch by Demaro. Ground ball. Bastillo charges. The throw is high and is not pulled down in time by Weinstein. It is a throwing error on Bastillo. Catcher number 33, Eddie Jennings. And first pitch to Jennings, a very dangerous player who's hitting .406, is strike one. Throw back to first. And in standing is Sangiuliano. There goes Sangiuliano. And he will steal second base safely. Waving at that ball was Jennings. Jennings asks for time. It's no balls and 2 strikes. So as they sort that out, we have a quick conversation between Bolano and Demaro. Pitch by Demaro. That's in the air. Shallow left field. Cruz and Rivera's there. Rivera calls off Cruz and makes the catch. Good communication there by Rivera to call off Cruz, who has played pretty much everywhere on the field this year. And obviously Rivera, the shortstop, is normally the lead in that situation, but Rivera is the captain on the left side of that field. With one out, that brings up right fielder number 25, Dylan Laguna. So Laguna hitting .337. That's in the dirt, blocked by Bolano. Laguna is a senior out of Edison, New Jersey, a former high school teammate of Andrew Rivera, who made that last catch. First pitch to Laguna's in the dirt for ball one. In the air, shallow center field. Patterson, a couple steps, makes the catch, and a perfect strike to Juan Cruz. Wise decision by Sangiuliano to not try to tag up, or he would have been a dead duck. Left fielder number 9, Joe O'Connor. O'Connor was the most dangerous player yesterday for the Cougars. His first inning grand slam home run gave the Cougars a 4-0 lead. They scored 6 runs in that inning. Scored 3 more in the second before, I should say in the third inning, before eventually jumping out to an 11-0 lead. O'Connor, as he takes strike one. has 5 home runs on the year. He's a sophomore out of Wharton, New Jersey, Morris Hills High School. He has 27 RBIs to lead the Cougars. Curveball, strike 2. Second in the RBI column is Dylan Laguna. In contrast, Andrew Rivera leads NJCU with 25 RBIs, a career high for the Gothic Knight Jr. So no balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow, a strike away from getting out of this inning. In the dirt, blocked by Bolano, and there will not be a throw on the wild pitch. Advancing is San Giuliano. Good base running by him. Just the 7th wild pitch of the season in now 19 innings for DeMoro. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can get out of this inning with 1 out. And that's lined towards right center field. Wagner comes over, and he makes the catch. That ball hung up. Looked like it was well hit off the bat, but Wagner had plenty of time to judge that and get over and make the put out. In the second inning for Kean, no runs, no hits, 1 Gothic Knight error, and 1 left. Second inning for the Gothic Knights in a scoreless game between NJCU and Kean, and Alex Weinstein, the cleanup hitter and first baseman, hitting .271, will face Serlincione. And it's a fastball for a called strike. Nice pitch by Serlincione in the outside corner. Weinstein will be followed by Bolano and Wagner. Swing and a miss at another fastball. Same spot. And it's 0-2. Serlincione, the 0-2 pitch, just off plate for ball 1. Kean had 7 all-conference players last year. Ground ball right at the diving first baseman, Nick Zucchero. So on the line out, that will bring up the catcher number 7, Orlando Bolano. Bolano, his average continues to climb since becoming the everyday catcher. He was a utility player, and he still is in some sense, as he pitches and has played right field, but he's found a home behind home plate. And the first pitch is ball 1 with the injury to Ryan Winters and with the fact that their other established catcher, Mike Cassiano, was not hitting. Of course, there's also Travis Haber. That's a swing and a miss. Haber will continue to see time, as will Cassiano, but Bolano right now has the starting job. 1 ball, 1 strike, pitched by Serlincione. That's fouled back right at me. No flinching necessary, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low. Good eye by Bolano to lay off. Two-two pitch. Curveball. Got him. That ball right at the knees. First strikeout by Serlencion. Right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. So with 2 gone, Serlencion will face a one-time NJAC Rookie of the Week this year, Matt Wagner. Oh, 1 strike pitch here to Wagner. Pops straight up, drifting foul, and it will go foul as Jennings gives it a quick look, and it's 0-2. Wagner, the only true freshman who's in the lineup every day for the Gothic Knights. He has pretty much won that right fielding position to himself, and he's done so with his bat and his defense. Hitting .328 as a freshman, and he's just gotten better as the year's gone along. That is a ball, it's 1-2. Hitting .328 coming to today's game. He's second on the team among regular players, making his 21st start and playing his 23rd game. He has 11 RBIs and 21 hits. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Serlencion, and the inning comes to an end as the Gothic Knights go down 1-2-3. And we head to the third, scoreless. Leading off, the first baseman, number 30, Nick Zucchero. Nick Zucchero had a very productive day in yesterday's game, scoring 4 runs, going 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs. I had 2-0 here, as bats for the first time today. He's the number 8 hitter in the lineup. He'll be followed by Smorslock, and then back to the top of the order for Breckenridge. Pitch by DeMoro. That's a fastball right down the middle. And it's 2-1. Two-one pitch by DeMoro. Another fastball. Belt high on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Kevin DeMoro, as a freshman, leads the New Jersey Athletic Conference in ERA with a 1.02. That's chopped foul. Second in the conference is actually a pitcher on the other squad, Ryan Zamorski, with a 1.22. And Kevin Herget with a 1.38, also among the leaders. A lot of good pitching on at this site today. That's in the air, center field. Michael Patterson retreats, and he makes the catch. So a long fly out, probably about 375 feet, but Patterson makes the catch. Second baseman, number 11, Tyler Smorslock. Tyler Smorslock comes to the plate. Struggling right now at the plate, which is a 167 average and a 265 on base percentage. And that's a strike one on the outside corner. That's hit in the air. Left center field. Rivera and Patterson give chase, and it's over the head of Rivera. Patterson has it. He throws him to second base, where Smorslock stands with a stand-up double. That's just the second extra base hit this year allowed by DeMoro. Both of them are doubles, and that will bring up the designated hitter, number 34, DJ Breckenridge. Breckenridge struck out swinging in the first inning, has an RBI opportunity now with Smorslock at second base. And at the knees inside part of the plate as a strike. Breckenridge with 7 RBIs on the year. That was the third double of the year by Tyler Smorslock. Breckenridge, a senior out of Fairhaven, New Jersey, Rumson Fairhaven High School down in Monmouth County. Not too far from my home in Howell. One ball, one strike, no score here in the top of the third inning. Just off the plate, 2-1. Of course, those who have not followed the NJAC over the years are not aware of the new rules. Last year, the league put in place a scheduling policy where during the week you will play an opponent back-to-back days, Thursday and Friday, and then play doubleheaders on Saturday. That's in the dirt, bounces right back in front of the plate. Bolano's still looking for it, but the backstop saving the Gothic Knights there in advancement. So NJCU playing Kean today twice for the second time in 2 days, and then tomorrow they will head up to Mawa and they'll take on Ramapo College in a pair of games. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Tomorrow walks him. So Breckenridge, he draws the walk. 11th walk of the year allowed by DeMoro. Third baseman, number 15, Nick Ramagli. Nick Ramagli grounded out to third base in the first inning. Now hitting .214 on the season, but he does have 10 RBIs. Ground ball through the left side, could be an RBI here. Rivera picks it up. The throw to the plate is offline, and everyone advances a little further. It's an RBI single by Ramagli, and we have to give a throwing error there on Rivera. Center fielder number 1, Shane Alvarez. So now with 2 runners in scoring position, Shane Alvarez, who struck out looking, is the batter. He's hitting .349. That's low. Bolano again having trouble holding on to the ball, but no advancement. There's nowhere for anyone to go. Kean leading 1-0. 2 hits in this game, both in this inning. Curveball as wide. Alvarez, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Sophomore from Franklin, New Jersey. Graduate of St. Joseph's High School in Metuchen, where NJCU head coach Jerry Smith's father is the athletic director. The Morrow deals. Fastball on the outside corner, that's a strike. Of course, this is a family affair today as Gothic Knight head coach Jerry Smith, Gothic Knight pitching coach Nick Cesar, both former standout players for the Cougars. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Smith played for 3 years, from 1997 through 1999. He was all-conference in 97. Cesar played from 2006 to 2010, missed 1 year with an injury. He was part of the 2007 National Championship Kean team. At in the air center field, Michael Patterson will have play on it, but it should be deep enough to score Breckenridge from third. And a sacrifice fly is effective by Alvarez, and it's 2-0 Kean. Currently, the run by Breckenridge is unearned because of the throwing error on Andrew Rivera. Shortstop, number 22, Steve Sangiuliano. So Sangiuliano, who reached on an error in the second inning, trying to make it 3-0, drops down a bunt. It's going to roll foul. Nick Cesar, in his final year at Kean in 2010, was voted to the first-team All-State team with the New Jersey Collegiate Baseball Association for all Division II and III schools. It's an organization that I run the communications for the D1, D2, and D3 schools. That's in the air to deep left field. Chasing it is Rivera, and how far is that going to go? 2-run home run by Sangiuliano, and Kean, with the long ball, has taken a 4-0 lead. First home run allowed by the Morrow in his career. And for Sangiuliano, that is his 3rd home run of the season. Catcher Eddie Jennings. Inside pitch. By the way, Breckenridge's run is now earned as he would have scored on the home run. The 1-0 pitch is high. Jennings flew out to left field. Senior out of Jackson, New Jersey, Jackson Memorial High School. That's low. The 3-0 pitch by DeMoro. That's a fastball for a strike. 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 walk here in the top of the 3rd. This is the way these Kean Cougars are. They're like a snake. They could strike at any time out of nowhere. And that's ball 4. Over the years, the secret to Kean's success has been their pitching, but their offense has been nothing to sneeze at. Right fielder number 25, Dylan Laguna, with some tremendous offense players over the years. Laguna, 8th batter of the inning. He flew out to center field in second. And trying to steal second base, but not effectively there, is Jennings. Is a 2-4 putout as he's tagged outstanding. I might have missed a sign there, but Jennings was gone with not much effort there on the throw, which wasn't even a great throw by Alfano, but it was in plenty of time. And the inning comes to a close. In the third inning for Kean, 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. And the first pitch to Michael Patterson, leading off the bottom of the third inning, is a single up the middle, so Michael Patterson wasting no time to get on base. Came hitting .289, I'll bring his average up just a bit. The designated hitter, number 11, Rob Roman. Rob Roman in the number 8 spot will be followed by Juan Cruz, both getting their first bats of today's game. Showing bunt is Roman, sailing wide of third base for foul and strike 1. Kean has 3 hits after putting together a 15-hit attack yesterday. The guys ignites with 2 so far. Curveball off the plate, and Roman did not bite. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. There goes Patterson, and he steals second base. Good job protecting by Roman. So Patterson in scoring position. Patterson now with 10 stolen bases on the year, second on the team in 12 opportunities. Second only to Michael Martucci, who's not playing today. The 1-2 pitch, that's fouled off. Roman, the only sophomore on the team who's a captain. Rivera, Bastillo, both juniors, and Nelson Maldonado, the lone senior. That's in the air towards left center field. It should fall for an extra base hit. Or at least the singles is cut off quickly, very quickly, by the center fielder Shane Alvarez. And that ball was not hit as well initially as it appeared it would be, but it does drop in for a single in the gap. And that's effective nonetheless, as it brings Patterson to third base, and the Gothic Knights, with nobody out, have runners on the corners. The shortstop, number 21, Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz getting the start today at shortstop, bats for the first time, only hitting 185, but he's been very productive when it comes to hitting with runners in scoring position. And he has scored 8 runs himself on the year. And the first pitch is ball 1. Yesterday, with runners on the corners, Kean executed a double steal, including a steal of home. One ball and one strike to Cruz with nobody out. It's 4-0 Kean here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch by Serlencion. That's grounded through the hole for an RBI base hit for Juan Cruz, as Rucaro dove, could not knock it down. It got by Smorslock, and Patterson scores from third as Juan Cruz comes through again with runners in scoring position. Roman moves to second, and the Gothic Knights are on the board. It's 4-1. Good piece of hitting by Cruz going the other way. The second baseman, number 15, Pete Senizin. Quick conversation on the mound between Serlencion, Jennings, and Ramagli. This was actually Juan Cruz's first career start at shortstop. He has played the position this year, but not as a starter. Only Martucci and DeMoro have started that position this year. DeMoro twice, Martucci 24 times. Senizin drops down the bunt. The sacrifice is effective, 1-4. With Smorslock covering first base. Now Cruz goes to second and Roman on to third, and with one out, the runners are both in scoring position. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. So the Gothic Knights should have 2 chances to cut this to a one-run game. Brian Bastillo hitting .262 on the year. He grounded, though, into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. Bastillo has only 4 RBIs on the season, but he hasn't had a lot of RBI opportunities. That's off the plate, 1-1. This is Cruz's 4th game playing shortstop this year. Just want to finish that point. The previous 3, of course, were as defensive change. In defensive change situations, he has played pretty much every position this year. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit for Brian Bastillo. The 5th RBI there crosses the plate. The 6th as well. The throw to second base, and Bastillo slides in awkwardly. He's retired. 3-6, but he drives in 2, and it's a 4-3 game. Left fielder, number 1, Andrew Rivera. And Rivera fouls that one off. So Cruz scores from second, Roman from first. Brian Bastillo had just 4 RBIs in a year, brings that total up by 50%. And that's ground ball towards second. Sports Lock plays it well. They flip to first, and the inning comes to a close. But in the third inning, the Gothic Knights, after Kean scores 4 in their half an inning, the Gothic Knights put up 3 to make it a one-run game. 4 hits, nobody left. Top of the fourth inning here in Jersey City. Kean comes to the plate, and the first pitch by DeMoro's inside with the curveball. That's high as well. Two-0 pitch by DeMoro. That's in the air, foul. Weinstein down the right field line gives it a look, but it's into the crowd. So it'll be 2-1 to Laguna. The number 6 hitter in the order will be followed by O'Connor and Zucchero. Pitch by DeMoro. That's in the air, well, to right center. Patterson cannot get there in time. It drops in for a long single. So Laguna with his first hit of the game. 4th hit for the Cougars. NJCU actually has a 5-3 edge in hits right now. Left fielder, number 9, Joe O'Connor. O'Connor lined out to right field. That ended the second inning. He comes up batting .344 overall. Throw back to first, and in time for the pickoff! DeMoro throws out Laguna as Weinstein applies the tag, and the Gothic Knights, who are one of the leaders in the NJAC in pickoffs, get another. That ball is in the dirt. Connor doesn't wear batting gloves. Left-handed hitter. And that's fouled down the left field line. It's going to sail probably into the bay. And it does. O'Connor is 6'1", 195 pounds. His 5 home runs leads the team. He also leads the club with 13 extra base hits. That's in dirt, blocked by Bolano, 2-1. Tomorrow the Gothic Knights play a doubleheader up in Mahwah against Ramapo. Kean is home at the same time against Richard Stockton. 2-1 pitch by DeMoro. That is in the dirt, and it's 3-1. DeMauro has walked one batter. He has struck out two. The rookie right-hander, the 3-1 pitch, and that's high for ball four. So O'Connor walks with one out, and that will bring up the first baseman, number 30, Nick Zucchero. Zucchero's average now at .288 on the year. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat in the third inning. He was the first out and the first batter of that 4-run third inning for Kean. There goes O'Connor. The throw by Bolano is not in time, and Joe O'Connor steals second base with one out. Oh, home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo is saying that he has to return, that there was interference at the plate. Head coach Neil Ioverio is out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire, and the stolen base is negated, saying that there was interference on the extended backswing. Throw back to first in the dirt. Weinstein digs it out. By the way, the pickoff by DeMauro was his first of his career. That's off the plate, and it's 1-1. NJCU was 7 as a team. Throw back to first, and O'Connor, who was already standing next to the bag, just walks over a few steps. Now, it's the first time this year that we've seen a batter's interference call where the batter was not called out. We've seen a number of calls like that this year, but in the previous situations, the batter has been out on what officially is batter's interference, and it is a charged time at the plate. One ball, one strike, one out here in the top of the fourth inning, and NJCU and Kean. Game 2 of a two-day series. And that's chopped foul, and it's 1-2. Wendell Rodriguez, who I initially thought would be the starter today, is certainly to be one of the starters tomorrow when the Knights play Ramapo. Second pitcher could be virtually anybody. Throw back to first, and O'Connor's in sliding. I'd have to guess that it's either going to be Zach Markle, perhaps Pedro Garcia tomorrow. The 1-2 pitch. That's popped up. It's going to drift foul off to our right and land near the bathroom. So we'll do it again. 1-2 here. 4 hits for the Cougars, 5 for the Knights. NJCU has committed a couple errors in this game. There goes O'Connor, and that's line towards the gap and into right center. All the way around second. On his way to third is O'Connor on the hit and run action. Zucchero safe with a single, and with one out, the Cougars with runners on the corners. The second baseman, number 11, Tyler Smorslok. Smorslok had a double in the third inning. And we're going to have a quick mound visit here from Gothic Knight pitching coach Nick Cesare, former Kean standout, to talk to his rookie DeMauro about this situation. So after the meeting at the mound is broken up by the home plate umpire, Tom Gandolfo, DeMoro in a big spot here. A ground ball could get him out of the inning. Dropping down a bunt, it's going to go foul. Is Horslock as they're trying a suicide squeeze. O'Connor at third base. The Knights trail by 1. Been a good game so far, as is indicative with the score. Throw. Oh, they got him here in a pickoff. A 1, 5, 2, and the tag is good. And they try the squeeze, and that time the Gothic Knights did not bite. O'Connor with the second pickoff of the inning. Pitch by DeMoro. That's a curve for strike 2. Just missed. DeMoro wanted that one. He already started walking off the mound. But it's inside, and it's 1-2. Big spot here for DeMoro. With Zucchero standing at second. The pitch by DeMoro. That's a foul tip by Smorslock staying alive. Pitch by DeMoro, and that's lined past the diving Cruz. Patterson is there. He will make a throw, but it will not be in time. It's an RBI single by Tyler Smorslock, and the Cougars have added 1 run to their lead. It is 5-3. The designated hitter number 34, DJ Breckenridge. So Breckenridge, with a runner at first, will come to the plate. The Cougars now leading 5-3, and they now have the 6th hit of the game. Breckenridge walked and scored in the 3rd inning. He also struck out swinging the throw to first base. Smorslock slides in safely. Another throw back to first, this time a little bit closer. Same result. Pitch by DeMoro. That's a called strike. Kean has won the last 18 meetings between these schools since the Knights last won in 2002. Of course, Kean has beaten a lot of teams consistently since then. So the Gothic Knights on a long list of Cougar victims. There goes Smorslock. The throw to second base is perfect if he held on to it. And the Gothic Knights getting out of the inning on 2-4 caught stealing. So Smorslock thrown out 2-4. And all the outs in this inning were on the base paths. 2 pickoffs and a 2-4 caught stealing. In the 4th inning for the Cougars, 1 run on 3 hits and nobody left. Bottom of the fourth inning, and Joe Connor, after sliding in a little awkwardly there in the last inning, is out of the game, and the new left fielder is Vinny Gallia, who is a player who's been in the lineup rather regularly. Senior from Old Bridge, New Jersey. Alex Weinstein leads off here against Orlencione. Fouls off the first pitch, then a ground ball over to San Giuliano. The throw is perfect. So 1 out, and that will bring up the catcher, number 7, Orlando Bolano. Bolano, who struck out looking in the second inning, now hitting .263, but he's been a part of 2 big defensive plays. Of course, the caught stealing. He's got 2 runners caught stealing in this game, but 1 ended the last inning. He also was involved with the pickoff at third base that ended one of the threats by the Cougars. They eventually did come around and score on a single, but it could have been far worse. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch by Sir Lencione. And that's line towards left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit and roll all the way towards the wall. Bolano around first, on his way to second, where he stands with a 1-out double.